We'll bring estimate at completion labor. Here we will bring the variance at completion labor. Okay, so if we just utilize little bit of space, so you can bring one more very important prescriptive KPI which will be used for our prescription, that what needs to be done. So let's say I will bring that here. And that is my TCPI labor. It is minus 1.43. The data is showing minus 1.43. We need to look that, and it is actually my decimal number and 2 digits. Okay, fine. But the formula says why it is minus. We just need to confirm that it shouldn't be minus actually. So I was looking at why it is negative. So what I found so far, that we have used for TCPI the formula which is a little static formula. We need to make it more dynamic. We have said that the budget minus earned divided by the budget minus actual should give us, which is accurate, there is no problem. But this is applicable only when your actual cost is, or actual labor is not superseded the budget. Right now if you see that my budget is 7.69 and my actual is more, so definitely formula will give us the negative value, and it is giving us kind of wrong value. So what we need to do, what actually happens, once you are, let's say I am standing at almost end of the project. So once you are at the end of the project or near the end of the project, you must revise your budget, because you foresee that the budget control is not going to happen. We need to revise, we need to re-estimate. So then your formula will become the estimated completion minus actual, because you see here estimated completion is saying you are going to spend more than your budget. Budget was this, you have spent a lot of actual more than the earned, so it is most likely your estimated completion will be more. So in that case what we need to change the formula, which is more suited now, that here, that the estimate at completion labor, which is this, minus this. So this way we will forget about this negative, we will get rid of this negative value, and the TCPI will also give us that we need to work more productive, more than one value should come, so that it will tell us that we need to increase our rate of working. Actually it is saying 0.95. so now we need to understand that what does that mean. It is saying that we need to be 5% more productive, we need to save in fact 5% of our labor in the remaining scope of work. What is the remaining scope? Remaining scope is our planned value, sorry, not planned value. So far planned value is this, we need budget minus this, which is estimate to complete this. In the remaining work we need to save 5% of productivity, so that we will reach here, and it is telling us that negative value we are going to overrun by this amount. So in case if the next month or next whatever the scope is remaining, we are effective, we can take decision, then definitely we will go and save the, not necessarily we will bring inside the budget, because it is already overrun, so we can minimize the impact. So the sooner we do all these things, the better it is for the project, so that the project can be successful, because we can take better decisions. So we will be doing these things so oftenly in the reports to understand what decisions needs to be taken. So this is one of the things. So far we have seen that dashboard is not going to help us to take the decision. Dashboard is only telling me that what I should do, but where I need to do, means it is telling me that I need to save 4% of the productivity in the remaining work. Which remaining work, which areas? For that we need to have a report, which we will be developing in the other part, in the same part in other further dashboards, means further windows, so that remaining work for all the heads which are our control points, it will be helping us a lot to take the decisions. So far this is the value. Same thing I will be doing for this part, so that we will know the cost. So cost will help us to understand also in the form of cost. This is in the form of labor. So for cost, what I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to take value from here, this part, copy them and paste here. Okay. And we can change the color. If you need to change between them, you can change the color as well. Let's say it is here. I hope everything is fine so far. Yes. So this is my cost schedule, SPI. So SPI of cost should come here now, which is this. CPI of my cost should come here. Estimate to complete cost. This. Estimate at completion cost. And here variance at completion cost, and in the end to complete performance index of cost. It is saying 0.07. Why? Because now if we see, we are standing almost end of the project, so estimate to complete is only 2 million and our cost variance is a lot. We are 29 million efficient in our works, so we don't need to be worried about that. So here we are using the same formula, which is budget at completion. In TCPI, if I talk about TCPI, we are using here budget at completion minus actual cost. So you can use here the estimated completion as well. Estimated completion is 356 right now. So if we see that, what will happen if we bring, let's say, estimated completion, so you can check that as well. Estimated completion of what? Cost minus this. So this will also give us, based on the current situation, that what is our predictive KPIs forecasting. It is forecasting that we will end up with this amount. So based on that, what is our TCPI? In order to finish into this amount, you need to do this kind of working. Okay, you can be you need your CPI should be 1.08 in the next remaining work, so that you can finish into your until the estimated completion point. So what does that mean? If you are earning, let's say, 1 dirham or 1 million, you can spend 1.08 against that, against remaining work. Still you will be finishing at this level, this point, estimated completion. Okay, because my new target is this estimated completion. I have set my goal, where in TCPI I have set the goal that my estimated completion is this, so I want to reach this value. This is my assessment date, so give me what I need to do. It says your productivity should be 1.08. so 1.08 means whatever you have earned, you can spend 8% more in the remaining work. Still you will be finishing on this part. Okay, so that's how you can see all these things. We can discuss these things in the report analysis, because we need to go into from dashboard into report to take decisions, to have firm you can say decision making for right actions, that what needs to be done in the project. So I think this dashboard is quite enough. We just need to do a little bit of thinking. Let's say I will change these to another color if I want to. What is the color right now for them? If I go into color, background color is this. Let's say if I make this color, so category data labeling, I need to make the white color. Yes, and this below category should be also white. Yeah, it came fine. So it is little better to have a distinguished value a little bit from the above, from the others. So it makes a dashboard which is your progress dashboard which is telling you everything based on that. So you can bring more activity codes here. Let's say I want to bring something else here. I want to bring my I should write here the cluster. So we need to go into the title item, I think, or title. We need to check the slicer header. Yeah, it is my cluster. So it is now cluster here, and I will